Please stand and join Ms. Julie Knock in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost of Palmer College. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremonies on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our profession. We also take this moment to acknowledge the profound loss of a cherished classmate, Sabrina Van Sant, whose absence is deeply felt, yet whose spirit remains woven into this class and into Palmer's legacy. You'll notice a reserved seat on the floor with a single white rose, signifying her place among us, and we honor her memory as we celebrate this milestone together. Distinguished platform members, Chair, Palmer Board of Trustees, Dr. Trevor Ireland, today's speaker, Dr. Heather Dane, candidates for the degrees, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates, welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we're here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 117 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many states and countries they hail from. In addition to the United States, the candidates come from Canada, Lebanon, Philippines, and Syria. The American candidates represent 23 different states. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are two protocols I'd like to mention. First, in today's ceremony, we'll be granting two different degrees, the Doctor of Chiropractic degree and a Bachelor of Science degree. Second, Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni, and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. Graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of the program. We are here for a commencement or a beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional life. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You've entered to learn. Now it is time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Heather Dane, graduated from Palmer's main campus in October of 1994. Shortly thereafter, Dr. Dane established her own private practice in Sacramento, California, where she continues to serve patients today. Outside of her practice, Dr. Dane participated in the Kaiser Permanente Chiropractic Pilot Program, contributing to the integration of chiropractic care within the major healthcare system, and has served as a staff chiropractor at McClellan Veterans Administration Community-Based Outpatient Center since 2022. A long-standing member of the California Chiropractic Association, the American Chiropractic Association, and the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, Dr. Dane has served in numerous leadership roles, including Treasurer and President of the Sacramento Valley District of California Chiropractic Association, Chair of its Elections Committee, and member of its Board of Directors. Alongside her clinical and professional work, Dr. Dane has taught anatomy through the Sacramento County Office of Education for many years and has volunteered at community clinics for over a decade. Her work has been recognized with honors, including New Doctor of the Year by the Sacramento Valley Chiropractic Society in 1996, Doctor of the Year by the California Chiropractic Association in 2004, and the California Chiropractic Association Distinguished Service Award in 2007. Most recently, she was inducted as a fellow into the Palmer Academy of Chiropractic in 2017. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Heather Dane to our commencement stage today.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, families, and friends, and congratulations to Palmer College of Chiropractic Class 261. Graduates, take a moment and look around. Look around this room. You did it. You all did it. You survived anatomy. You survived clinic. You survived boards, and somehow you are still standing and smiling. Today you sit here as doctors of chiropractic, proud, relieved, excited, and if we're being honest, probably a little terrified. But don't worry, that's normal, I promise. Traditionally, this is the part of the speech where someone tells you what their first few years in practice were like and gives you advice they wish they had known. So let me give you mine. These are just a few pearls from me. Be in your office during your office hours, even if you don't have appointments scheduled. You can use that time for marketing. Read the book, Profit First. Read it, I promise. It changed my life. The first few years may feel hard, slow, overwhelming, but it's okay. You can do this. Knowing when to adjust a patient is just as important as knowing when not to adjust a patient. Your existing patients are your best source for new patients, so ask them for referrals. If you work for someone else, know the difference between an independent contractor and an associate. Hint, look at the IRS website, it's all there. Send cards, real cards, thank you cards, congratulation cards, retirement cards, pet sympathy cards. Patients notice and it shows you care. And here's my personal favorite, maybe not everybody's, but she or he with the lowest overhead wins. So all of these things matter. They are the mechanics of running a practice. But when I look back at my career, the part that made it meaningful, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling It wasn't any of those things. It was something much simpler. It was saying yes. When I graduated from Palmer in 1994, I thought I had a pretty good idea of what my chiropractic career would look like. I would open a practice, serve my patients, make a living. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I mean, all of those things happened. I have a wonderful practice full of grateful patients, but I also got so much more. What I didn't know then, and what I want to talk to you about today, is that the most meaningful parts of my career didn't come from a perfectly mapped out plan. They came from something much simpler. They came from saying yes. Early in my career, as Dr. Weinert mentioned, I became the membership director for my local chiropractic society. Not because I had a master leadership strategy, it's just because they needed help. And then I said yes to organizing their Christmas party, which, by the way, taught me many important leadership skills, including how chiropractors behave around an open bar. Then I said yes to being president of our local society. I said yes to serving on committees. I said yes to being director for our state association. And then I said yes to serving on my state's regulatory board. Then yes to being an NBCE examiner. My list of yeses goes on and on. I kept saying yes. And then something interesting happened. Each yes led quietly and unexpectedly to the next opportunity. That path eventually led me to where I am today. I'm a full-time staff chiropractor at the VA. I still see patients in my private practice, and I'm also a member of an advisory board for a malpractice insurance company. These are roles I never imagined when I first walked across this stage. And it also led me back here to Palmer, the place that has given me so much. Standing on this stage today, giving a commencement address at my alma mater is something I never could have planned for, never would have predicted, and I feel incredibly honored and genuinely thrilled to be here. And it all started with a few small yeses. Now, I want to be clear about something. Saying yes does not mean saying yes to everything. It does not mean burnout. It does not mean ignoring your boundaries or your family or your own well-being. What it means is saying yes intentionally to service, to learning, to connection, to giving back, and to being part of something bigger than your own treatment room. I love treating patients. There is nothing more thrilling than helping a patient when nobody else could. There's nothing more satisfying than earning a patient's trust and referrals. There's nothing I love more than being my patient's favorite doctor. The one they go to first because I can always help, and if I can't, I will give them good advice on what to do next. But I also love chiropractic. Being involved in the profession outside of clinical practice gave me something I didn't even know I was missing. It gave me mentors. It gave me colleagues who became friends. It gave me perspective. It gave me purpose during the times when practice felt hard. It made my career richer, more fulfilling, and honestly, a lot more fun. And maybe most importantly, it made my career sustainable. You have been taught by the best here at Palmer. You've been taught how to be good doctors, how to care for patients, how to assess, adjust, document, and all of that matters. But today, I want to give you permission to hear something else. Be good to your patients, and also be good to yourself and to the profession. A fulfilling career is not built on exhaustion and burnout. It's built on engagement. It's built on relationships. It's built on curiosity. And it's built by choosing paths that energize you, not by remaining isolated and solitary in your office. Some of you will go out and own your own practice. Some of you will be an associate. Some of you will do research. Some may teach. Some of you will lead. And some of you will work in integrated systems or settings that aren't even on your radar yet. Your first job will not define your entire career. Your first year will not define your worth as a doctor. And your path does not have to look like anyone else's. Your yes doesn't have to look like mine. Your yes might be joining a state or national association. It might be mentoring a student or a fellow chiropractor. It might be writing or advocating or stepping into leadership before you feel ready. Because here's a secret that nobody tells you. Very few people feel ready when opportunity knocks. Your career will not unfold all at once. It will unfold one decision at a time. So when the opportunities come to serve, to learn, to contribute, pause before you automatically say no, out of fear, out of discomfort, or out of self-doubt. Sometimes the most meaningful chapters of your career begin with a simple yes. So graduates, one day from now, years away, you will be sitting in an audience like this, listening to another speaker, reflecting on your own path. And when that day comes, I hope you can say, I showed up, I participated, I contributed, I made the profession better than when I found it. Chiropractic does not just need good adjusters. It needs steady leaders, ethical voices, thoughtful advocates, and colleagues who care about each other. The future of this profession will be shaped by the ones who show up, the ones who serve, the ones who say yes. The profession you are entering today will someday be shaped by you. And it needs you not just in your offices, but in the profession itself. So say yes when your voice can help. Say yes when your presence matters. Say yes when growth feels uncomfortable but right. Because one day you may look back, just as I do, and realize that the career you're most grateful for wasn't the one you planned. It was the one you built by showing up and saying yes. Congratulations, doctors. The profession is better because you are entering it. And I cannot wait to see where your yes leads you. Thank you.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours of curriculum. 30 of these hours may come from basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic curriculum. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Mr. Craig Miko, retired faculty of Palmer College.
Please stand when your name is read. Labna Ahmad Al-Arabi, Maxwell Anderson, Chase Bradley Bishop, Thomas Anthony Dalmeyer, Christian Paul Emery, Alyssa Jean Ernett, Summer Ashley Frew, Colton Jarrett Golden, Anthony Russell Hackworth, Jasmine Hardy, Madison Danielle Moyer, Jace Dewey Palmer, Hannah Brielle Price, Givanzil Angel Quinones, Fernando Rizzo, Rachel Catherine Roberts, Jackson J. Celine, Isabella Siriaco, Kenneth Maxwell Smith, Benjamin James Sterler, Casey W. Stewart, James J.T. Tillman, Kyle John Willie, Danielle Elaine Winterbauer.
Good morning, candidates. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome Dr. Mike Tuning, Dean of Programs, to the podium.
Palmer College recognizes several college awards representing the chiropractic science, art, and philosophy to which this chiropractic profession we enjoy was founded and developed. The Clinical Excellence Award is presented each trimester by the Department of Clinics to a graduating doctor who has demonstrated superior quality of service to patients. Candidates are nominated by clinic faculty and selected by committee review. The Clinical Excellence Award Committee members make the selection based on quality of care, leadership potential, performance knowledge and skills, service to their patients, and dedication to the profession. The Class 261 Clinical Excellence Award recipient is from West Point, Iowa. While at Palmer, she was a member of the Pregnancy and Pediatrics Club, the Pediatric Experience PX Club, Syntropy Club, TRT, and the AMPT Club. Looking ahead, she plans to open her own practice in Eastern Iowa that will focus on full family principled chiropractic care with an emphasis on pregnancy and pediatrics. At this time, I would like our award winner, Brittany Nicole Watsonauer, to come forward and receive the Clinical Excellence Award. The Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award was named in honor of Palmer's 7th president and a chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner who exemplified the philosophy, commitment, passion, logic, and reasoning of the practice of chiropractic.
Recipients are nominated by faculty and their peers in the graduating class and selected by a faculty committee. Will the nominees for this award please rise and be recognized as your name is read? James Isaiah Mason. Fernando Rizzo. Jordan Royer. Nominees, you may be seated. The Class 261 Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award winner is from Canahan, Illinois. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he earned his Associate of Arts degree in General Science from Joliet Junior College. He has demonstrated a strong passion for chiropractic and a dedication to serving others. At this time, I would like our award winner, Fernando Rizzo, to come forward and receive the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award. Great work. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Class 261 has 22 graduates sharing this honor. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? Yep. Maxwell Anderson. Christian Paul Emery. Molly Grace Graham. Riley Sky Hubert. Haley Kingsley. Emily Amanda Malsum. James Isaiah Mason. Grace Catherine Muherter. J.C. Claire Peeler. Bray Plum. Hannah Brielle Price. Rachel Catherine Roberts. Brittany Irene Salinas. Mackenzie Marie Schmidt. Kai Robert Seitz. Jacob Shackelford. Shay Lynn Tunn. Gongmeng Kyle Bang. Megan Vergara Barnes. Tiana Jane Washa. Brittany Nicole Watsonauer. Megan Witt.
The second highest academic achievement within the graduating class is given the criterion class salutatorian. Class 26-1 has 3 graduates sharing this honor. I will introduce them to you individually and alphabetically. First is Rachel Catherine Roberts Rachel is from Cross Plains, Wisconsin. During her time at Palmer, she served as a recruitment chair and event organizer for the women's rugby team. She was also an active member of the Motion Palpation Club and the Rehab to Performance Club. After graduation, Rachel plans to open a movement-centered practice in Madison, Wisconsin, serving active individuals and athletes alike. Rachel, please come forward to receive your award. Our second is Kai Robert Seitz from Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he earned an Associate of Arts degree in Business from Bellevue College. After graduation, Kai plans to open a practice in his hometown. Kai, please come forward to receive your award. Our third salutatorian is Shaylin Tunn from Peshtigo, Wisconsin. Gotta love those Wisconsin towns. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she earned her Bachelor in Science degree in Biology from the University of Wisconsin at Oshkosh. During her time at Palmer, she served as a teaching assistant in the technique department, and after graduation, Shay plans to practice in San Diego, California. Shay, please come forward to receive your award. Stay one sec. Folks, our salutatorians, congratulations. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. The highest level of academic achievement is the criterion for designating a class valedictorian. Class 26-1 has 6 graduates sharing this honor. I will introduce them to you individually and alphabetically. Our first is Molly Grace Graham from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she earned her Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology with a minor in health promotions from Michigan State University. During her time at Palmer, she served as a student tutor, and after graduation, she plans to return to her hometown to practice. Molly, please come forward to receive your award. Our second is Haley Kingsley from Spring Arbor, Michigan. Before enrolling at Palmer, absolutely. Before enrolling at Palmer, she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in music and a concentration in voice from Huntington University. After graduation, Haley plans to open a practice in Jackson, Michigan. Haley, please come forward to receive your award. Our third is James Isaiah Mason from Bismarck, North Dakota. He earned a Bachelor of Science degree in exercise science from the University of Mary prior to attending Palmer. While at Palmer, he served as both president and vice president of the Blair Technique Club. After graduation, James plans to practice as upper cervical health centers in the greater Bismarck area. James, please come forward to receive your award. Our fourth is Grace Catherine Muerter from Platteville, Wisconsin. Prior to Palmer, she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and psychology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison. During her time at Palmer, she served as a campus guide and was a teaching assistant in the radiology and diagnosis departments. After graduation, Grace plans to practice in Madison, Wisconsin. Grace, please come forward to receive your award in recognition. Thanks for everything you've done. If you can stand, get a group shot. Our fifth is Hannah Brielle Price from Holland, Michigan. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she studied exercise science at Cornerstone University. During her time at Palmer, she served as a campus guide, social media coordinator, and was also a student tutor. After graduation, she plans to practice in Brighton, Michigan. Hannah, please come forward to receive your award. And our sixth valedictorian is Mackenzie Marie Schmidt from Eagle River, Wisconsin. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry and biology from Ripon College. She served as a student tutor during her time at Palmer, and after graduation, she plans to practice in Matonawoc, Wisconsin. Mackenzie, please come forward to receive your award. Come on out, we'll get one photo if we can get all of you together without the podium in it. Folks are valedictorians. Perfect 4.0 students, it's incredible. If that were me or one of my kids, you would not get us off this stage. We'd still be standing there. Super impressive accomplishment. Over this rigorous of a program, day in and day out, and everything you deal with as a young adult, to have that kind of performance is just incredible. We will now listen. We will now hear from James Mason on behalf of the valedictorians.
Good morning. It is an honor to be standing before you today. Before I begin, I believe some thank yous are in order, and indeed, there are too many to give on a day like today. First, I'd like to thank Palmer and all of the faculty and staff for pouring into us over these past 3.5 years. I'd also like to thank my brothers at Delta Sigma Chi for igniting in me a fire to practice straight and unadulterated chiropractic. Next, I'd like to thank my parents, Drs. Tyler and Kelly Mason, and sister and brother-in-law, Drs. Josh and Taylor Logan, for bringing me up in this profession and the unmeasurable advice and direction over the years. To my beloved wife, Caroline, and my son, Cyprian, thank you for being my why and for pushing me to be a better man each and every day. And to Almighty God, without whose providence nothing is possible. I know speeches on days like today are often reserved for optimism, for nostalgia, for stories of late nights and lifelong memories. But that kind of speech does not serve this moment, and it does not serve the profession. I fully intend to ruffle some feathers today, and that's good because uncomfortable conversations foster change. And that is exactly what our profession needs. The fact of the matter is that our beloved profession that we are now entering into is under attack, not from the outside, but from within. Our profession is caught in the midst of a civil war that has been ongoing for decades between two camps with irreconcilable visions of what this profession is and where its future lies. One camp believes that chiropractic is nothing more than a synonym for physical medicine, a conservative symptom-based service meant to pair well with the medical system. This faction believes that chiropractic exists to manage pain, check boxes, and serve as a temporary Band-Aid solution before drugs and surgery. They borrow practices freely from other professions, integrate endlessly, and still have the audacity to call themselves chiropractors. The other camp, however, understands that chiropractic is not medicine. It never was, never will be, and is in fact diametrically opposed to medicine in both principle and practice. They do not seek integration, but seek to remain separate and distinct and abide by the principles of the profession, as first expressed by Dee and developed by BJ. As time has passed, it appears that the former camp is making great strides in bringing our profession closer and closer to integration with the allopathic model. In 2016, the ACA published their Choosing Wisely guidelines that sought to remove x-rays from the profession by discouraging chiropractors from taking x-rays on patients and downplaying their efficacy in clinical care. Again, in 2025, the state of Montana sought to put prescription rights on the table, and the bill was brought to the legislature by Montana's Chiropractor of the Year. These are just two poignant examples of the direction that our profession is heading, and there are countless more. I'd actually like to thank Chancellor Mark Iori for being one of the few chancellors to write in opposition to both of these flagrant abuses within the profession. And I would encourage you to continue to use your office to advance chiropractic. While these examples are concerning, the real crisis is that the majority of our profession does not know what chiropractic actually is. A perfect example is during our second trimester in our chiropractic theory class, a simple question was asked at the beginning of class: what is chiropractic? What followed were 150 different answers and 10 correct answers, those being from the delts, because we know the principles of this profession and proudly proclaim them. But no profession can survive if there's 10 different answers, let alone 150 on what it is we do and if we cannot define ourselves cohesively. You would walk out immediately if you went to the dentist and he started examining your feet, but in chiropractic, masquerading as other professions has become the rule, not the exception. Some proclaim themselves to be physical therapists, some dietitians, others endocrinologists, so on and so forth, actively rejecting their title of Doctor of Chiropractic each and every day. They claim their departure from chiropractic techniques into rehab modalities and everything under the sun is because chiropractic does not work for all patients, and it's good to have many tools in your tool belt. But as R.W. Stevenson said, the poor chiropractor is apt to substitute machinery for knowledge. Let's be very clear. Chiropractic does not fail patients. Chiropractors fail patients. The improper application of chiropractic, or lack thereof, is what prevents patients from getting well. So let's end the confusion right now and answer the lingering question: what is chiropractic? Chiropractic is the analysis of the spine for vertebral subluxations and the correction of those vertebral subluxations so that the body's innate intelligence may express itself fully through the nervous system. Nothing more and nothing less. And I know what you're thinking. Well, James, that's just your definition. And it's not. There would have been a lot of talk about Blair upper cervical in there, but I don't have the ability to change what chiropractic is, and neither do any of you. Chiropractic was defined nearly a century ago. Our responsibility is not to alter it, dilute it, or soften it, but rather conform ourselves to it. It takes humility to submit to principles. It takes an inordinate amount of pride to believe you know better than the giants whose shoulders you stand on. Those working to integrate and dilute chiropractic are not advancing the profession, but rather are selling out to the highest bidder. They hide behind sizzle words and facades like evidence-based care while rejecting good evidence that does not fit into their paradigm. They claim that integration is the only way forward for chiropractic and will finally have a seat at the table with the real doctors. However, what they fail to realize is that they would be begging for scraps, living in a world where low back and neck pain are the only things they can treat, and their lane is being a check mark in conservative care before a patient is referred for surgery. Is that your vision for chiropractic? Did countless men and women rot in jails for this? Were reputations destroyed, families ruined, and livelihoods lost so that you could apply heat, stretch muscles, and call it progress? Those men and women did not suffer so that you could abandon principles. Those pioneers understand something that we have forgotten: that the body is not lacking in intelligence, it is lacking in expression. That true healing comes from inside out, not outside in. And the greatest service we can offer humanity is a nervous system free from interference. So then, what is to be done with our profession? Well, we must draw a line, and us graduates entering the profession are the solution to correct decades of misuse and abuse. To start, look in the mirror today and decide whether you will defend chiropractic or dissolve it. If you choose the former, the work begins today. Practice actual chiropractic, not chiropractic plus, not your ill-perceived notion of what chiropractic is, actual chiropractic. Master your technique. Analyze the spine with precision. Know exactly where the subluxation is that is afflicting your patient and correct it in the most specific way possible. Let every interaction with every patient be colored with the realization that you are actively working with the intelligence that governs their body and sustains life. And what a humbling and weighty thing that is. Get involved, join state boards, enter the political arena, and support organizations that unapologetically defend subluxation-based chiropractic. Advocate for change in our schools, and if you have the inclination to join these institutes of higher learning, ensure that you are guided by the principles, not ignoring them. We must build our institutions to resist this integration, not throw open the doors and welcome it. What good are million-dollar buildings if they are hollowed out of the principles that allowed their foundations to be laid in the first place? We must understand the gravity of the situation we find ourselves in, or our profession will not survive another generation. This profession will not be saved by silence. It will not be saved by complacency, and it will not survive by compromise. The stakes are too high. The responsibility is too great, and the time is now. Time is of the essence. As I conclude today, I'd like to leave you with B.J. Palmer's parting words to the profession from The Glory of Going On. Time always has and always will perpetuate those methods which better serve mankind. Chiropractic is no exception to that rule. Our illustrious father placed this chiropractic trust in our keeping to keep it pure and not sullied or defamed. We pass it on to you untainted, to protect as he would also have you do. As he passed on, so will we. We admonish you to keep this principle and practice unadulterated and unmixed. Humanity needed then what he gave us. You need what we now give you. Out in those great open spaces are multitudes seeking what you possess. The burdens are heavy. Responsibilities are many. Obligations providential, but the satisfaction of traveling the populated highways and byways, relieving suffering, prolonging lives, adding millions of years to the lives of millions of suffering people will bring forth satisfactions and glories with greater blessings than you think. Time is of the essence. May God flow from above down, his bounteous strengths, courages, and understandings to carry on, and may your innate receive and act on that free flow of wisdom from above down, inside out, for you have in your possession a sacred trust. Guard it well. Thank you.
Wisconsin represented quite well, right, in the states. So when it comes to Manitowoc, Peshtigo, I'm a Uber. So I see all the states as you drive by. Like I lived on Menominee River, so it's kind of neat to see all the names pop up. So well represented. You guys ready? Doctor of Chiropractic program. To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 71 courses, 4,680 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Mr. Craig Meekow, retired faculty of Palmer College. Their hood colors will be exposed by Dr. Kara Shannon, Associate Dean of Clinics. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Maxwell Anderson, Iowa, magna cum laude. Christian Paul Emery, Maine, magna cum laude. Molly Grace Graham, Michigan, summa cum laude. Riley Sky Hubert, Michigan, magna cum laude.
Maybe get on this side.
Haley Kingsley, Michigan, summa cum laude. Emily Amanda Malsum, South Dakota, magna cum laude. James Isaiah Mason, North Dakota, summa cum laude.
You good with the plan? Okay.
Grace Catherine Mewherter, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. J.C. Claire Peeler, Iowa, summa cum laude. Bray Plum, Michigan, magna cum laude. Hannah Brielle Price, Michigan, summa cum laude. Rachel Catherine Roberts, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Brittany Irene Salinas, Illinois, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Marie Schmidt, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Kai Robert Seitz, Alberta, Canada, summa cum laude. Jacob Shackelford, Missouri, summa cum laude. Shay Lynn Tunn, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Kongmeng Kyle Vang, California, magna cum laude. Megan Vergara Barnes, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Tiana Jane Washaw, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Brittany Nicole Watson-Auer, Iowa, summa cum laude. Megan Witt, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Jason Craig Abramson, Connecticut. Labna Aman Al-Arabi, Syria. Alfredo Alvarez, Illinois. Noah Leland Bernard, Illinois. Rose Elise Thompson Bartman, Michigan, cum laude. Cameron Monica Bennett, Michigan, magna cum laude. Chase Bradley Bishop, Illinois. Melanie Grace Boardman, Missouri. Rylan Peter Baukis, British Columbia, Canada, magna cum laude. Lindsay Rochelle Brown, Michigan, cum laude. Griffin Buck, Iowa. Jacob Scott Calloway, Pennsylvania. Caitlin Chrisman, Ohio. Sarah Janine Corbin Green, Indiana. Stephanie Marie Cruz, Illinois, cum laude. Thomas Anthony Dahlmeyer, Pennsylvania. Ryan Renee DeLine, Wisconsin. Ben Josiah DeWitt, Wisconsin, magna cum laude. Joseph Kazim Ermite, Michigan, cum laude. Alyssa Jean Ernett, Illinois. Brandon Anthony Flores, Texas. Grant Victor Fox, Illinois, magna cum laude. Summer Ashley Frew, Illinois. Noah Fyeth, Alberta, Canada, cum laude. Raquel Morgan Gosman, Texas, cum laude. Megan Lynn Gibson, Ohio. Colton Jarrett Golden, Indiana. Danielle Raven Gulaford, Wisconsin. Anthony Russell Hackworth, Ohio. Hayden Roth Harkey, Ohio. Jasmine Hardy, Iowa. Christine Harris, Michigan. Josiah Glenn Heckman, Iowa. Madalena Nicole Hernandez, Michigan. Gabriella Rose Heidemann, Alaska, magna cum laude. Mohammed Hussein, Alberta, Canada. Jordan Lee Hudson, Iowa. Camry Victoria Jenkins, Ohio. Sydney Ann Johnson, Michigan. Cum laude, excuse me. Kennedy Jones, Iowa. Jamia Semaj Jordan, Iowa. Daniel Robert Cadillac, Illinois. Regan Ruth Kane, South Dakota. Mason Joseph Kloss, Illinois. Ryan Charles Kosliku, Iowa. Bryce Charles Kramer, Iowa, cum laude. Brooke Ray Keebler, Washington. Jack Andrew Lambert, Illinois. Julian Eric Lopez, Illinois. Rafiq Malas, Lebanon. Jared Marandino, California. Leah Marie Marsh, South Dakota. Sarah Taylor Martin, Alberta, Canada. Nicholas Edward McColgan, Illinois, cum laude. Connor Mendel, Ohio, magna cum laude. Joshua Young Gill Montanaro, Tennessee. Madison Danielle Moyer, Michigan. McKenna Morgan Nelson, Wisconsin. Bryce Eugene Newland, Ohio. Leslie Giselle Pacubit, Philippines. Jace Dewey Palmer, Iowa. Gabrielle Rose Peasley, Illinois, cum laude. Cheyenne Marie Petrie, Michigan, cum laude. Givanzil Angel Quinones, Illinois. Jeffrey Thomas Rahali, Michigan, magna cum laude. Mohammed Omar Rahim, Lebanon. Thomas Rifi, Iowa. Andrew Rinker, Pennsylvania. Fernando Rizzo, Illinois. Francisco Javier Romero, Illinois. Jordan Royer, Michigan, magna cum laude. Christopher J. Russo, New Jersey, cum laude. Edward Rusga, Wisconsin. Jackson J. Saline, Michigan. Joshua Scholmeyer, Nebraska. Katrina Shigala, Illinois, magna cum laude. Isabella Siriaco, Michigan. Mackenzie Austin Shawback, Illinois. Kenneth Maxwell Smith, Iowa. Scott Michael Smith, Michigan. Michael J. Snow, Illinois. Kyle James Sonic, Minnesota, cum laude. Benjamin James Sterler, Iowa. Casey W. Stewart, Nebraska. Clay Robert Swearingen, New York. Isabel Talon, Alberta, Canada. James J.T. Tillman, Wisconsin. Craig Theodore Van Woudenberg, Michigan. Malik Jabari Walker, Illinois. Whitney Elizabeth Walker, Wisconsin. Maxwell Taylor Warren, Illinois, magna cum laude. Tristan Breyer Watson, Indiana. Kyle John Willie, Wisconsin, magna cum laude. Ryan Benjamin Williams, Florida. Danielle Elaine Winterbauer, Colorado.
Folks, the strength of any educational program rests with the talent, dedication, and character of its faculty. At Palmer College of Chiropractic, we are extraordinarily blessed to be supported by a strong, committed, and dynamic group of professionals that engage our students every day in our classrooms, in our clinic, and across campus. Their mission, really our shared mission, is to teach the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic and to guide students through their transition from enthusiastic learners to confident doctors prepared to serve humanity. Our faculty carry out their mission with excellence and with distinction. We're deeply proud of each member of our faculty. And faculty, would you please stand for recognition of this body for the outstanding work you do? And today we're fortunate to recognize the achievements in a special milestone after 55 years of service at the college. Dr. Steve Wild has chosen spontaneously to retire. Steve, where are you at? Are you on? Stand up, Steve. Let this body appreciate all that you've done. Steve, we appreciate everything you've done, and please know you have a lasting legacy of service and excellence here at the college. Thank you so much. After 55 years, you've earned a retirement, but please don't be a stranger. Come back and see the community and interact with all of our stakeholders. Thank you so much, and we wish you the very best into the future. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge someone who's with us today, not only as a proud grandfather, but as a devoted steward of this institution. We are fortunate today to have our Board of Trustees Chair, Dr. Trevor Ireland, with us. Trevor, would you please raise your hands to this body and can recognize you? Trevor has provided thoughtful leadership and a steady counsel and deep commitment to the Board of Trustees. Trevor has served on the board for 38 years and has been our chair for 18 years. And that accomplishment is incredible. Thank you, Trevor, for everything you've done. And of course, his presence here today is symbolic of the real strength of Palmer's community. Today, his connection to Palmer, he's not here as a board chair. His granddaughter is graduating today with us. And I think it's so symbolic that governance is really not this abstract quality in the work that we do. It is personal. It's at every level, including family members that we have through the program. And Palmer College and the mission that we have really is about family, and it's about legacy, and it's about ensuring that the education that we've offered in the past continues to improve for those that follow our existing graduates and into the future. We want all of our students to leave not only with a strong education, but to be able to serve with lives of purpose and support for the community and in healing. So Trevor, thank you very much for your leadership. Thank you for the example of all that you have offered in the many years of practice. Trevor shared with me that he's had over 40 members of Palmer graduates rotate through his clinic as associates and preceptors and others. That's outstanding to pay it forward in that regard. So thank you, Trevor, for everything you've done. As we near the closing of the ceremony, I certainly want to extend the same heartfelt thanks to all of the parents and family members that are in the hall today. the friends, everybody who has joined us for this. Maybe you just wandered off the street because you saw a crowd and got caught away. If this is your first, whatever, welcome to Palmer College. And we certainly appreciate all that brings you into this hall, because your names are not on the diplomas. You can check later, but they're not, unless you have a junior in the family or something like that. They're not on the diplomas, but your encouragement over the years of this program, your sacrifices and your unwavering support is certainly something that we recognize. So today belongs to all of you as well. Your sacrifices have made this possible for these graduates, and I know that they will recognize that later at your own family events and so forth, but we certainly as a college appreciate all that you do as that network of support for our students in the program. And graduates, we salute all that you have done. This program and the work that you have accomplished and the perseverance that you have shown is really incredible. This is a rigorous and demanding program, and you've gone through this program with excellence, and we appreciate that. And you're very close to stepping forward as doctors of chiropractic to serve the public. But as you do that, as you leave us and leave this campus, please know that we expect big things from all of you. Please note that we expect you to make a difference, as was discussed by previous speakers. We expect you to serve with integrity, to serve and lead with humility, and to really spread the big idea of chiropractic to the patients that need us out there. And make no mistake, you are needed, and your contributions will be treasured by the patients that you serve. So go forth with that confidence and go forth with that commitment that's going to be needed for these challenges. And wherever you end up with your journey, please know you always have a home here at the Fountainhead. Come back and see us anytime you need recharged, anytime you have something to share with our graduates in training at that time. So if you would please stand, students. We're going to make this official in a few minutes. In accordance with the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic, and a consequence of your dedication to the restoration of sick to health, I request that you promise and swear the following chiropractic oath. Now, if you would raise your right hand to make it an official oath, and also if you would turn and face the audience, which really represents the public that you are swearing to serve, and repeat after me. I, and repeat your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down and face me. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Chiropractic In keeping with academic tradition, please move your tassel from the right to the left, turn and present yourselves to the assembly.